Good afternoon, everybody. I wanted to take an opportunity to thank the Chamber of Commerce for allowing us to do the State of the City every year. We think it's a great venue and gives us an opportunity to connect not only with our residents but with our business community. Now, today's address, I'm going to talk a little bit about, well, the city as a whole, but I want to point out some opportunities for business as part of my presentation. So keep your ears perked up for opportunities coming your way. I think that's what maybe the outcome for this year will be, is opportunities. And we've had some tough times, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. But I also wanted to recognize the positives, but more importantly, I wanted to recognize our troops. And if you notice in today's paper, we had a front page about our National Guard unit is getting ready to be deployed again. They're going to go back to Iraq. As a community, I just wanted to take an opportunity to not only thank them for their commitment to our nation, but as a community, we want to pay attention to their families, the families that are being left behind. And if any of you ever have grown up as a dependent in the military, it's a tough time for a family to go through their primary breadwinner being deployed and putting their life at risk, defending what our nation is all about and allowing us to be free as Americans. We need to pay attention to the families. So as a community, let's be thinking about what we can do for the families of our soldiers that are fighting for our great nation. So that's kind of my opening, plea for the community. Now, as we start through our State of the City, I wanted to recognize the efforts of our Public Information Department who've worked with me on this, and they do a great job. Every year they get better, and we're adding more technology, which is a good thing. It makes for a great presentation. But I got to tell you, as a speaker, it kind of confines you because now you have a script. And over the years, I like to kind of go off the top of my head, and I've been able to do that over the years. But we're going to a different level here at the City of Palmdale, and it's all about connecting, again, with our residents, with our business community, and it's all information, ladies and gentlemen, that this communication, as we get better and better at it, we're going to have greater opportunities to take advantage of information in our community, make us a better Palmdale. So let's start off with our State of the City. We can't start without talking about the economics and the 2007-2008 economic challenges. Kind of the bad news, but it's not all bad. Sales tax, 9% decrease, ladies and gentlemen. That's a huge drop in our community. The message, shop local. And I'm going to be talking about shopping local throughout the entire State of the City message. We had certainly home foreclosures. They're back. Seems like we were just here 10 years ago. We're back. Construction fees and permits, for instance, are down 45%. Now, in an Antelope Valley where growth is going to occur for certainly throughout our lifetime, that is a big drop. But it's not a permanent drop, and we're going to be able to, again, climb back out of this as the economy improves. State budget, big impact on our local finances here at the City of Palmdale. This year, $1.3 million of our transportation money, or gas tax, basically, being taken by the state. Well, that's something that we can manage, we can budget for, but the real story is, over the years, we've had over $15 million taken from our city coffers. Imagine, as a City of Palmdale, what we could have done with that money. And the point I'm trying to make here is, we balance our budgets locally. You do as a family, because there's no option. There is no option to not balancing your budget. In local government, we can't. So we do every year. We make the tough choices. This year, as an example, we made some tough choices as a City of Palmdale. And it's, the fact is we do it. And I got to tell you, I got to wonder why the state can't. And that's a big deal to local government. So let's encourage them to get their act together and start leading. Now, what does this mean to us as a community? When we look at the impact on our general fund budget, when you see that kind of decrease, it changes our funding of all of our capital projects, our priority, what we actually get to do. We have to go through an entire revisit of priorities. It reduces our operating and training budgets. It really does affect our ability to be excellent as a city. This year, for an example, we eliminated probably one of the best things we have going as a city was our Rose Parade float. Ladies and gentlemen, that produced all kinds of pride within the community, but more importantly, the entire world got to see the city of Palmdale being represented in a float that we had to, had the opportunity to build. Also, we had to postpone our Marie Kerr rec building being opening. You know, it's under construction. You can go out there and see it. And we probably, in a good year, would have finished it. But we're going to have to delay that. We also had to delay eliminate our Dale program in the schools. Our drug and gang education for our young people had to be eliminated because people can't balance their budget. So here's the effect locally. Also, we had to cancel one of my favorites, movie nights. No, it's not a big deal, but it's a great opportunity for families to show up at a park in a nice setting, and it really is a quality event. So we lost that as well. We had to do a hiring freeze. The most painful was our layoffs. My gosh, ladies and gentlemen, we lost 50 team members of our city of Palmdale that were doing great things for our residents. And we had to go through a very painful process. Again, leading the way for others to emulate, if they would only look and see what you got to do. That's what leadership is about. It's not about riding the good times. It's about governing in tough times. So we had to go through that. We had to, as far as our organization, you know, we had a tuition reimbursement program that was eliminated that our employees were using to promote their own personal excellence. Now we get the payback as a community, but the fact is that's been eliminated. Now, I got to tell you, that affects morale in the organization. Layoffs certainly do it. Budget cuts, reductions in programs, and reassessing our goals. Tough program for an organization to go through. If you have gone through that as a business, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So the point I'm trying to make is our staff does great work. Sometimes they don't get the appreciation, but I'd like to give them a round of applause right now. If you would join me, please. They do a great job. Now, we also are, we're delaying some other payments like our post-employment benefit payments, which we are required to fully fund. Not yet, but we're working toward that goal, but we had to delay it. So good, sound fiscal policy is being compromised because others can't live within their means. I'm not going to bang on that too much, but maybe a few more times. All right. We're going to move forward, though, ladies and gentlemen. So I think we have some footage we're going to be showing of our strategic plan meeting. Now, I think a very important part of this last year is our strategic planning effort, how we engage our residents. We started our comprehensive strategic plan, and we developed a 5-year plan incorporating our input from our community members, stakeholders, city staff, residents, business community, Chamber of Commerce. I'd like to take an opportunity to thank everybody that participated in that strategic planning exercise. It gave us a blueprint for what we're going to do for the next 5 years. And our city vision statement. Palmdale will be a safe, vibrant, innovative, healthy city, providing the highest overall quality of life possible. Now that speaks to a lot of things. And hopefully after today you'll be able to kind of connect the dots and what that does mean. Again, the participation of our residents is key to our future. So again, those people, thank you.